Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to MaxSpeedTV, as tonight we're here at the Milwaukee Mile as the Racing for a Cause Vaportrail Clothing Truck Series presents the American Cancer Society 125. And tonight, this race is being put on by Hilton Crafts and Design. You need to check that link out. It is provided down below in the broadcast. That is Tyler Hilton himself, part of the Hilton Crafts and Designs. Go ahead and hit them up as well. But the American Cancer Society 125 is going to tear up this Milwaukee Mile for 125 laps. It's going to be a great show here tonight in the truck series, and the Vaportrail Clothing Truck Series is ready to get underway. Right now we have a couple drivers who are no stranger to the top of our speed charts. One of those being the 94 of Troy Radford. Dale Osmond in the 88 sitting in second. Chris Mefford third. Fourth place was going to be Steve Baker, but he is going to drop down to fifth as Tom Quattlebaum in the 08 lays down a heck of a lap to bring his truck into second place. Coming up next will be qualifying, and then after that we'll have the race. But I will tell you that Thursday, March 21st at 7:40 p.m., the Upstate Racing League Airborne Graphics Pro Late Models will tackle Limaland. That is a dirt pro late model in the CFE Lumber Division 100. Gonna be a great show there. Make sure you join me for that one. And then next week, Tuesday, March 26th, at 7:50 p.m., the Racing for a Cause Vaportrail Clothing Truck Series will be doing the National Kidney Foundation 120 at Gateway, so make sure you don't miss that one as well. Several drivers trying to get onto pit road, practicing their pit road entry. As we are at this Milwaukee Mile, very flat track, very difficult track, as you see Justin Rigsby in the 05 going around here. Our point standing so far looks something like this. Steve Baker back on top with his 2 wins. Dustin German, who picked up a win last week, only 5 points behind Steve Baker. And Jerry West, who had a disappointing race last week, lost some ground, lost some positions in the point standings, but he is still in the thick of it, as he is only 7 points out of the points lead. Meanwhile, the Tom Quattlebaum machine is sitting in 4th place, only 21 points out. And then we have a 50-point gap to 5th place driver in our point standings, Doug Wysocki, who is in the 45 machine. And Doug Wysocki looking to put together a strong run here to the end of this season. And right now he is doing all he needs to do. He is sitting in 5th place in the point standings. Troy Radford, who picked up a race win on the dirt at Volusia, will round out your top 10. And Chris Mefford in 11th place with a race win as well. So a lot of these drivers trying to get some laps in, trying to get a good feel for the car here. Oh, there's $1 in the bin for the race truck. We ride on board with the 45 of Doug Wysocki. Well, guys, qualifying is getting ready to kick off. When qualifying does, we're going to try and bring you each and every car. Trying to find someone out on track here. AJ Rogers in the 17 machine. Rogers not having the best of seasons here as far as points. In fact, he hasn't really made a whole lot of races, but we are glad to see AJ Rogers out here as he sports the Hub Used Sim giveaway. That is a Facebook page you can check out. As the 17 machine is cranking out some laps, guys, we're going to step away for a minute. In fact, we're going to go ahead and start our national anthem, and we'll be back right after that.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. much to say. Stand in the plane, the US of A. Oh, say, just that star spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the free. In the
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are here in qualifying final minute 50 seconds of it, and the 88 of Dale Osmond looking to set the biggest qualifying time that he can. He wants to start at the rear. He wants to set that qualifying lap because he would like to be eligible for the Hard Charger Award provided by Hilton Crafts and Designs. And he is going to log a qualifying lap time of 2 minutes 21 seconds, and he is going to be starting in 18th place. Chris Mefford in the 46 machine right now. He is scored in 5th. He is the only other driver out on track, and I say that as the 08 of Tom Quattlebaum is out cycling around now. So with qualifying just about wrapped up, we're going to step away for just a minute, get things squared away, get set up for the drop of the green flag. Don't we go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the drivers have started to take to the grid. That means it's time to go through our starting lineup, brought to you by Hilton Crafts and Designs. Troy Radford in the 94 on pole position, with Chris Berg in the 67 on his outside. Row 2 will be the 17 of AJ Rogers and the 55 of Steve Baker. Row 3 will be the 46 of Chris Mefford and the 08 of Tom Quattlebaum. Row 4 will be the 98 of Aaron Tolhurst and the 52 of Tyler Hilton. Row 5 will be the 28 of Dustin German and the 22 of John Johnson. Row 6 will be the 05 of Justin Rigsby and the 69 of Rick Greenaway. Row 7 will be the 01 of Dylan Blankenship and the 47 of Ray Radford. Row 8 will be the 23 of Bobby Summers and the 21 of Ricky Harden. Row 9 will be the 45 of Doug Wysocki, and on his outside will be the 4 of Mike Massengill. And row 10 will be the 88 of Dale Osmond, the slowest driver in qualifying, and his outside row 10 Jerry West in the 86 machine. One driver who did not make it to the starting lineup, that will be the 11 of Chris Spencer. So here we go. Pace car peeling off. Troy Radford in control of the field. Green flag is out and we are underway in the American Cancer Society 125. Down into turns 1 and 2. Troy Radford on the inside. Chris Berg on the outside for the race lead. Radford gonna clear Chris Berg. And then they are gonna send that fight down into 3 and 4. Troy Radford holding on to the lead for the moment. Steve Baker way up top. Here comes AJ Rogers in the 17 on the inside. Can Rogers make a move here and complete the pass? And AJ Rogers is gonna get it done. Move Rogers into second place. Trucks heading your way, right at your face. And AJ Rogers putting a lot of pressure on the 94 of Troy Radford. And Rogers looking like he would like to lead a lap here. He's got to find a way around the 94 Troy Radford. Nose to tail they go once again up off the corner. Meanwhile, we got some side-by-side racing. That is John Johnson in the 22, along with the 98 of Aaron Tolhurst. Aaron on the outside there, gonna lose a little bit of ground. Here comes the 52 of Tyler Hilton. Hilton gonna make a move to the outside as Tolhurst has a moment there with his internet. Blinks out big time, and Tyler Hilton is gonna clear Aaron Tolhurst very easily. And another move to the inside as Aaron Tolhurst losing spots here. Bobby Summers in the 23 gonna sneak on around. Here comes the 21 machine of Ricky All-Star Harden. And Ricky is gonna complete the pass down this back straightaway, or is he? As they race side by side into turn number 3. Move Ricky Harden into 13th spot. Aaron Tolhurst falling all the way to 14th. Meanwhile, Steve Baker, our points leader in tonight's race, sitting in 4th place. Can Baker make something happen here on the 67 of Chris Berg? Andy Lambert in the 70 machine, late to the party. Lambert, who did not qualify, started from pit lane along with the 11 of Christopher Spencer. Those two have got a lot of work to do, a lot of ground to make up, and they are going to need an early caution here to catch up to the field. As you can see, the leaders really already within view of Andy Lambert. Chris Berg now closing in on the 17 of AJ Rogers. Tonight we started 22 trucks. We've already completed 9 of 125 laps, and Troy Radford, I'm sorry, we completed 8 of 125, and Troy Radford has been out front for all 8 of those laps. But AJ Rogers, Chris Berg, and Steve Baker all starting to close in on that 94 machine. It will only be a matter of time. Ooh, as the 70 of Andy Lambert is going to go around here, we got cars heading for pit road. That was Tom Quattlebaum in the 08, driving down pit road to miss the 70 machine. We go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. Andy Lambert in the 70, gonna work his way through 3 and 4 here. Puts the power down, trying to accelerate up off the corner, gets into the inside wall right in front of the leaders. Tom Quattlebaum and the 08 slicing down through pit road. A 08 machine probably got a black flag there, but it was better in making contact. So now drivers on to pit lane. The 94 of Troy Radford, the 67 of Chris Berg. Who's going to be the first one off of pit road? Troy Radford, AJ Rogers away cleanly. Steve Baker gonna make a good move. And it looks like AJ Rogers, I'm sorry, Chris Berg in the 67 gonna lose a few spots here. Aaron Tolhurst in the 98, he's headed for pit road. That will give the lead back to Troy Radford in the 94. Lights are still on the pace car, so we're gonna step away, we're gonna fix a few things, and we'll be right back after this. Field still cycling around under our first caution here tonight. Troy Radford in the 94, picking the inside lane as the lights are going to go out on that Ford Mustang. AJ Rogers going to restart on his outside. Row 2 for our first restart will be the 55 of Steve Baker and the 67 of Chris Berg. Do want to point out that we have 22 cars starting tonight's event. 21 are out there running. It looks like the 70 of Andy Lambert has pulled behind the wall as the Ford Mustang gets out of the way. Green flag is out and we are back underway here in the Milwaukee Mile. And Radford and Steve Baker on the inside line gonna clear AJ Rogers easily. And AJ Rogers now finds himself in third place. Meanwhile, last week's race winner, the 28 of Dustin German, right now he finds himself in fifth place. Started in ninth, and Dustin German putting together a good solid few laps here to gain some ground, but we're back under yellow as the 69 of Rick Greenaway is facing the wrong direction. Go to our MaxSpeedTV replay and figure out what happened here. Rick Greenaway in the 69, down into turn 3, gonna get into the grass as he got onto the brakes. Upset the truck in through the corner, and then making slight contact with the 98 of Aaron Tolhurst. Oh, and he is also gonna collect, I believe that was 08 of Tom Quattlebaum. But for the drivers who are already been on and off of pit road, they are staying out. We do have Aaron Tolhurst and Tom Quattlebaum on pit road. Rick Greenaway in the 69 machine has not stopped for repairs just yet. Couple more takers for pit stops here. Chris Mefford in the 46, Chris Berg in the 67. They are coming down pit road. They're going to give up some track position for fuel and tires. Our race analysis for tonight, as we are doing 125 laps, that will be 125 miles here at the Milwaukee Mile. Tire window, roughly about 10 laps. Milwaukee is a very tire sensitive track. These drivers are going to want to put fresh rubber on every chance they get. Our fuel window is right around 37 laps. Pit road speed is 45 miles an hour here tonight. Troy Radford in the 94 machine, Steve Baker in the 55. Both these drivers with race wins on the season. Steve Baker, your points leader coming into tonight, but only by 5 points. He is looking to expand on that. Right now he is sitting in second place. You gotta wonder what's in the mind of Troy Radford and Steve Baker. We saw those two racing hard at Texas, and what could have been an epic finish possibly spoiled by the 55 and the 94 making contact. What gave the win to the 28 of Dustin German. these two once again racing side by side. We'll see how this plays out throughout the night. Drivers do kind of have long memories and short tempers, but both these drivers, the 94 and the 55, very classy individuals, very professional. Racing is a contact sport. Unfortunately, it can ruin your night. As the pace car is out of the way, Troy Radford on the throttle. Steve Baker in the 55. He's got to deal with the 17 of AJ Rogers. No problem for the 55 as he is going to tuck into the corner here, right behind the 94 of Radford. Meanwhile, throughout the rest of the field, the drivers are struggling to get three wide. Jerry West in the 86 machine. I'm sorry, struggling to get single file. Jerry West in the 86. Did not take a qualifying time. Working his way up through the field. Dale Osmond in the 88, who had the slowest qualifying time. He is going to be someone we're going to keep an eye on for the Hilton Crafts and Design Hard Charger Award. Right now, Osmond in the 88 machine is sitting in 15th spot as he battles for 14th with Ricky All-Star Harden. Ricky gonna make the pass here on the inside. Down the backstretch as the field starts to get single file. The 47 of Ray Radford having some pressure from the 69 of Rick Greenaway. We look out the back of the 47 machine. And the caution flag is going to come out, and it looks like Justin Rigsby in the 05 has gone around. Go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. See if we can figure out what exactly happened to the 05 as Rigsby tucked in behind Dylan Blankenship in the 01. Down the front stretch they go. Look like they got some good separation here. And Rigsby is just going to get hard on the binders. Get a little bit sideways. John Johnson in the 22 with nowhere to go. Going to tag his back bumper a little bit. And that is what has brought us under caution once again. The three very quick cautions. Will we see anyone come down pit road this time? And it looks like several drivers hitting pit road, all led by the 94 of Troy Radford. Dustin German in the 28 machine. He is going to stay out. But everyone else hitting pit road. Justin Rigsby in the 05 missing his pit stall. And Rigsby not making a pit stop there. He is going to go all the way through his pit lane. Gonna have to try and make another stop to work on that truck. The truck. You heard car, but I said truck. The race leader is the 28 at Dustin German. We'll look at our race progress so far. We got some movers as Dustin German has gained 8 spots. The 01 of Dylan Blankenship has gained 7. The 11 machine of Brian Hacker has gained 13. Meanwhile, the 86 has gained 11 spots. Dale Osmond in the 88 machine has only moved up 7 positions. However, we are still very early in the race. 11 of Brian Hacker, though, so far he has been our biggest mover. Oh, I'm sorry, the 11 is Christopher Spencer. That is my bad. That is Christopher Spencer in the 11 machine. Used to Brian Hacker being the 11, so I apologize to Christopher Spencer. If you have any abusive statements or comments about how terrible the broadcast is, please make sure you send them all to Corey Radford at Racing for a Cause. Drivers starting to line up for our restart here. We've had 3 very quick cautions right in a row. Has jumbled up this field. But Dustin German in the 28 who has not made a pit stop here in the last few laps. We will see how well his tires hold off the 94 of Troy Radford and the 17 of AJ Rogers. Green flag is out and we are underway as Troy Radford drag racing Dustin German down to turn number 1. And German gonna lose ground here as the caution flag is gonna fly. It looks like Chris Mefford and Ray Radford in the 47 are gonna get together as they headed it into turn number 1. Go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. Oh, big contact there by the 47 and the 46. That looks like that is going to end the race for the 47 machine. Not sure about the 46. Oh, that is going to do it for this 46 as Chris Mefford does pop his engine. So heavy damage to both Ray Radford and Chris Mefford. Ray Radford is going to go ahead and go behind the wall. Let's see real quick if we can't take a moment to talk to a driver out on the track. That is none other than the 52 of Tyler Hilton. Tyler, you got your ears on, bud?
Hey, I do.
Tyler, that 52 machine tonight, sporting the Hilton Crafts and Designs, as this race is the American Cancer Society 125. How you doing out there tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, just trying to survive right now. Been a little bit of a wild race.
A little bit of a rough go for sure, but that 52 is moving forward here tonight. What are you doing out there that's making that truck pick these other trucks off and gain spots?
Just trying to get to the bottom, be patient, conserve my tires, and try and work for that long run if we can get one. I feel a lot better on the long runs. Not really much of a short run truck right now, but kind of plugging away, being patient, and seems to be working out. So we're going to keep it up and see where we're at towards the end, and hopefully get a top 5 here.
All right, well, Tyler, the race here tonight was brought to you by you, as I said that completely wrong. So hopefully we'll get a moment to talk to you after the race. But before we let you go, any shout outs or thank yous about tonight?
Yeah, definitely. Hilton Crafts and Design, my company. We definitely have a lot going on this year, but we want to support the brain tumor charity and the American Cancer Society. All those causes, I'm big. That's one of my big causes I've got, and also all the guys at Falcon Motorsports. I appreciate them. Tom, Troy, Chris. They do a great job week in, week out, helping each other out, and it pays off. So, yeah, and you up in the booth, KR, definitely put on great shows.
Well, Tyler, nice job so far. Hopefully that truck stays together for you as you are working your way through the field here very slowly, very methodically. However, you are gaining ground, so nice job on that, man.
Thank you. Hope to talk to you later.
Tyler Hilton, driver of the 52 machine, taking a moment of his time to talk to us here tonight. Appreciate that. They work their way around under yellow. Should see the lights go out on the pace car here tonight. Field forming up. Troy Radford in the 94 just had his nose out in front of Dustin German when that caution flag came out. The Radford gonna restart on the inside here. Dustin German on the outside. Now keep in mind, Dustin German has older tires than anyone else out there. He is in a dangerous spot now with those older tires, as he will be on the outside lane. How's this gonna play out? Here we go. Time to find out. As the pace car getting out of the way, Troy Radford on the throttle. Green flag is out, and away we go once again. Radford cleanly through turns 1 and 2. AJ Rogers, meanwhile, has got a nose on the inside of Dustin German. Gonna open the door for the 55 of Steve Baker. German now really in danger of losing a lot of ground here. He is stuck on the outside still. Here comes Dylan Blankenship in the 0-1. And now Dustin German is going to slide down to the inside right in front of the 86 of Jerry West. But Dustin German went from 2nd place to 5th place in a hurry. Troy Radford with that exchange, he is pulled out to almost a 1 second lead, about 0.7 seconds in front of AJ Rogers. Go on board with the 94. Troy Radford looking out at the back of this truck. The rest of the field here. AJ Rogers in the 17, trying to close the gap on Troy Radford. But Troy would love to pick up a 2nd win this season. Came into tonight 10th in points. Couple drivers we haven't talked a whole lot about. The 22 of John Johnson. Right now, Johnson working his way through the field. He is currently in 15th place. Justin Rigsby in the 05, who we saw go for a spin all by himself as he got on the binders to get into turn 1. Truck wheel hopped on him and went on around. Right now he is sitting in 14th place with the 67 of Chris Berg right in front of him. We saw Chris Berg in the 67 qualify up front, but he has struggled to get back up there after a little bit of a different strategy, a little bit of a different situation for him. Bobby Summers in the 23 right in front of him. Bobby running in 12th place for the moment. Looking to the inside of Doug Wysocki in the 45. Wysocki gonna give him the inside lane, but finds a little bit of grip and holds off the 23 of Bobby Summers. Meanwhile, just in front of the 45 of Doug Wysocki is the 88 of Dale Osbin. Dale, who's going for the Hard Charger Award. Right now, he is running in 10th place. The 88 Sun Drop Machine running very consistent lap times, very steady. He may not be the fastest truck at the moment, but I believe he is doing what he needs to do, just trying to conserve tires, make sure he's got a truck here at the end of the race. As you can see, that thing is still very straight, not a bend, not a scratch on it. So Dale Osbin looking for some in-game strategy here. Into the race moves on that 88. We're gonna check back in with him before the night is out for sure. The 4 machine of Mike Massengill. Mike Massengill trying to track down Ricky All-Star Harden in the 21. Mike right now in 8th place, Ricky in 7th. Mike sporting a Mission 22 on his hood. And it looks like Mike able to get into the corners very well. Ricky Harden up off the corner, maybe a little bit better. But Mike all over that back bumper. Looking out the back of Tyler Hilton now, Falcon Motorsports driver. Ooh, Tyler getting a little sideways coming up off the corner there as he has got Jerry West in the 86 machine right in front of him. And Jerry West, right now, he is in 5th place. Did not take a qualifying time, started shotgun on this field here tonight, and has found his way into 5th place, but has stalled out there. Has not gained a whole lot of ground since moving into 5th place. Dustin German in the 28 machine is right in front of him as well. And Dustin German, we'll be seeing Dustin coming down pit road here before too much longer. That is going to force the hand of everyone else, as he is going to have fresh tires and be just turning very fast lap times. When he comes down pit road, that is going to start this green flag pit stop cycle. Steve Baker in the 55 machine. Right now he is sitting in third place. Baker hoping for another solid run. Right now, as they run, he would pull away by another couple of points from Dustin German. But Dustin German has led a lap here tonight, and Steve Baker has not. And meanwhile, the battle up front for the lead. A.J. Rogers in the 17 machine is hounding the 94 of Troy Radford. And Rogers with a high entry there, trying to arc the corner, put the power down a little bit sooner to get a run down the straightaway. So far, not there yet. Washes up pretty high through 3 and 4 there, overdrove the corner just a bit. That is going to cause him to lose a little bit of ground to Troy Radford, but he closes up very quickly through 1 and 2 here. We go on board with the 17 of A.J. Rogers. Rogers just not able to do a whole lot at the moment with that 94, but man, he has got a lot of pressure on him. Trying to make a mistake happen from that 94 machine. If AJ can force Troy to maybe look at his mirror at the wrong time, overdrive a corner. As Rogers not quite able to do anything there. Another lap goes by. And they inch so much closer to lap traffic. '69 of Rick Greenaway right in front of him. Greenaway has already scored 7 laps down. He is still out there, still chugging around, trying to turn as many laps as he can. Started 22 trucks here tonight. We have 4 cars that have gone home early. And 19th place is the 98 machine of Aaron Tolhurst. 20th place will be the 46 of Chris Mefford. 21st will be the 47 of Ray Radford. And Andy Lambert in the 70 machine will be scored in 22nd place here tonight. AJ Rogers just all over that back bumper, unable to find a way around for the moment. Making a move to the inside here though. Troy Radford gonna let him have it. AJ Rogers into the lead. Troy Radford with a great crossover move. Can Troy complete the pass heading down into turn number 1. AJ Rogers is going to be credited with leading that lap, but now he is stuck on the outside. He has got to try and find a way to put the power down. Troy Radford with a good run up off the corner. Side by side they go down the backstretch. AJ Rogers sends it off into turn number 3, but Troy Radford with the preferred line holds off a challenging 17 machine and comes out of the exchange as the race leader. But AJ Rogers not giving up just yet. Rogers has been hounding that 94 this entire race. Both of these drivers very talented, very skilled within their own rights. AJ Rogers was last season's regular points champion, made it into the chase without a race win, made it into the final round of drivers without a race win. So a very consistent driver, very solid driver there behind the 17 machine. But Troy Radford, no stranger to the trucks, picked up his first win of this season at Volusia on dirt. He'd like to pick up another win, especially on the asphalt side of things. Help close that points gap that he has as he came into tonight 78 points behind Steve Baker. Speaking of Steve Baker, the 28 machine getting ready to head to pit road as Jerry West in the 86 was already in his pit stall and off again. Several drivers hitting pit lane. John Johnson in the 22, one of those drivers as well. The green flag pit stops happening. When will the 94 and the 17 hit pit road? Steve Baker coming off of pit lane here. He's going to have those 4 fresh tires. How is he going to cycle through in this one? For the moment, he has scored 1 lap down, but he is the first car 1 lap down. And he is tucked in right behind our race leaders, and he is closing in on them. Troy Radford and AJ Rogers not too much further before they hit pit road. Nobody can make it on fuel from here. They're going to be a few laps short. In fact, at this point, they're still going to have to possibly make 2 more stops. It looks like everyone will have to make 2 more stops, but Steve Baker in the 55 may be unlapping himself, and he does, as Troy Radford and AJ Rogers finally come down pit lane. And Tyler Hilton in the 52 into the tire wall. He is going to bring out the caution as the 52 tried to get on the pit road, and he is going to end up upside down. So Tyler Hilton in the 52 machine, who is running inside the top 10, works his way through 3 and 4 here, trying to hit pit lane. hard on the binders, tags the barrier, and ends up on his side. And that is what has brought out the caution here tonight. And with that caution and the way things played out, it has really jumbled up the field. Troy Radford being scored as our race leader. We have a few drivers taking advantage of this caution and hitting pit road. But that has played into the favor of Troy Radford and not to the favor of Steve Baker, who was looking to be the driver to assume the lead as he tried to leapfrog AJ Rogers and Radford, and was gonna do that. Had closed the gap on him, had done everything he needed to do. He just needed the green flag to stay out, and it did not happen for him. But he is going to come down pit road along with the 01 of Dylan Blankenship. The 94 also hitting pit road. AJ Rogers in the 17, he is going to stay out. But this will put Troy Radford and everyone who hits pit lane within one more stop on fuel. So should we go green the rest of the way, we will see at least one more stop by these drivers. But AJ Rogers not coming down pit road. He has stayed out there. He is being scored as the race leader. For the moment, Troy Radford does not have the most laps led locked up. He is only a few laps away from doing just that. In fact, as I get out my calculator and actually do some math, I will say I believe it is official. Troy Radford in the 94 machine has locked up the most laps led here tonight at 62. Dustin German in second place is only led for 4 laps. And with about 55 laps left, nobody is going to be able to catch Troy Radford. So here we go. AJ Rogers in the 17. What has he got now that he is out front in clean air? Chris Berg in the 67. Back to the front he is. But he does not get a great restart. Justin Rigsby in the 05 looking to the inside with the 11 of Christopher Spencer on his outside. Spencer now stuck in that outer lane. Can he get it down to the bottom before Jerry West gets a run on him? And now Spencer trying to make a move to the outside of Rigsby. Does not get it done, and he is going to stay to that outer lane as Jerry West looking to the inside once again. Spencer all sorts of crossed up that 11 machine, chasing it up the track. He is going to get it settled down. And lose a whole lot of spots. Meanwhile, the 88 of Dale Osmond moving into 9th place now. We check our race progress. The 05 of Justin Rigsby has gained 8 spots. The 86 has gained 14 spots. But the 86 did not take a qualifying time. The 11 did not take a qualifying time either, so that has put the 88 of Dale Osmond in position to be our Hard Charger Award winner. He will pick up $5 from Hilton Crafts and Designs if he can hold on to that award. But I know Dale in that 88 would love to pick up a few more spots. He is not satisfied with just picking up the Hard Charger award. He would love to pick up a race win. I told you guys, keep an eye out on this 88 machine. As the race wears on, he is going to get closer and closer to the front. He is now inside the top 10, and he is going to start closing in on the 01 of Dylan Blankenship. Meanwhile, AJ Rogers in the 17. He is your race leader. Rogers not able to. Oh, we got one going around. That is Justin Rigsby. Steve Baker getting involved, and Baker on the binders. No caution yet. Now the caution flag is going to fly as the 86 also going around. So 3 cars getting piled up here. We go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. Justin Rigsby in the 05, battling with the 94 at Troy Radford. And Rigsby, repeat of what happened earlier, got into the corner and just starts losing it at corner entry. Steve Baker trying to get hard on the binders to not get into him. Chases it down to the inside, unable to do anything, making slight contact. But Jerry West in the 86 also getting involved. West getting tagged by the 01 of Dylan Blankenship. Slight contact is going to send the 86 around. But that is going to put some of these drivers back on pit road for tires. AJ Rogers is going to stay out. Troy Radford in the 94 hitting pit road. Chris Berg in the 67. Steve Baker in the 55 as well. And it looks like Chris Berg going to win the race off pit road. Troy Radford in the 94 coming off in second. Driver's going to get reset here. AJ Rogers not coming down pit road. We'll see if we can get a quick word in with our race leader, AJ Rogers. AJ, you got your ears on, bud?
Yes, sir. Sure do.
That 17 machine with the hub use sim giveaway making an appearance here tonight. So far you're out front and have led for a few laps. Tell us a little bit about your race so far.
Oh, it's been interesting. I was having a lot of fun there. Troy running earlier on that first half and until we got that caution. I could catch him and get up to him, get a run, pass him, overdrive the corner. It was a lot of fun racing, and I'm glad to be back for a little bit.
Well, we're glad to have you out here. We've missed you something fierce, as here tonight you're showing us just what kind of driving talent you have. That 17 machine, though, not coming down pit road. How you feeling on tires here?
Honestly, mine's better on older tires. I feel like I'm too tight on new tires, so this is a good thing, I hope. Right now, just in fuel saving mode to see if I can possibly make it to the end.
To the end on one more stop, or all the way to the end?
All the way to the end.
Oh man, that's gonna be a long stretch, man. Good luck. You're gonna need some help from some yellows, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think we'll get them. Right now, got about 70 laps, it looks like, so we'll see what I can do.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. Lights have gone out on the pace car. Before we let you go, shout outs or thank yous?
Oh, just my team and my sponsors, and for all y'all putting this on. It's been a lot of fun.
All right, that is AJ Rogers, driver of the 17 truck, sporting the hub used sim giveaway. on the hood of that thing. Making an appearance here tonight. We have missed AJ very, very much. That 17 machine, always someone to keep an eye on as a front runner. But here we go, getting ready to go. Green flag once again. Chris Berg on the outside of the 17. Troy Radford in the 94 on the inside of row 2 with Dustin German on his outside in the 28. Pace car is on its way into the pit stall. And here we go. Rogers in the 17 on the throttle. Green flag is out. Troy Radford able to work his way to the inside of Chris Berg in the 67. Move Troy Radford into second place. AJ Rogers in the 17 on older tires. We'll see if this is going to work out for him. Our tires really have a big fall off after about 10 laps. And it looks like Troy Radford wasting no time getting to the inside of AJ Rogers here. Down into turn number 1, they go side by side with Rogers on the outside. Troy Radford gonna clear him up off the corner. He is gonna pull the 67 of Chris Berg along with him. And Chris Berg washing up just a little bit, almost getting into the 17 there. No contact made, both drivers keep going. And now here comes the 28 of Dustin German. German on the inside. Can Dustin German make it stick through 3 and 4? As we got the 45 of Doug Wysocki around. Not sure what happened to Doug Wysocki in the 45 machine. We're gonna go to our MaxSpeedTV replay here and figure out exactly what it was. Contact between the 45 and the 55. The 69 of Rick Greenaway trying to avoid him comes in late. We have had another caution. We have all the drivers on pit road except for the 28 of Dustin German. AJ Rogers gonna get 4 fresh tires here and for sure have enough fuel now to make it to the end of the race. With another caution flag out, Dustin German did not stop this time. As we're gonna step away for a minute, we'll be right back after this. Here we go once again, ladies and gentlemen. Dustin German on the inside, Christopher Spencer on the outside. Green flag is out, and away they go. Down the front stretch, down into turn number 1. Dustin German on older tires is going to get a good run through the straightaway and 1 and 2. Now he's got to deal with the 94 Troy Radford, hard on the move here with those 4 fresh tires. AJ Rogers, one of those drivers, hitting pit road as well. Christopher Spencer did hit pit road, but he is stuck on the outside here and not really making a whole lot of ground up, as AJ Rogers making a move to the inside, put Rogers into 4th place. Chris Berg in 3rd, Radford 2nd, and your race leader is the 28 of Dustin German for the moment. But Troy Radford in the 94 all over his back bumper. Dead even down the straightaway into turn number 1 they go. Dustin German not able to get back to the throttle as fast as Troy Radford, but he is right in Troy's way, leaving Troy with nowhere to go for the moment. Christopher Spencer settling into 5th place. 6th place driver is the 88 of Dale Osmond. I told you, keep an eye on this guy. He is slowly and methodically working his way to the front. Right now, he is in 6th. Started 19th place, moved his way into 6th. So a good run by him. Meanwhile, up front, Troy Radford making a move on Dustin German. And Troy is going to have the lead once again, as he has been fighting to get that top spot back since a green flag pit stop cost him the lead. And Troy Radford in the 94 down the front backstretch into turn number 3. Dustin German sliding back to 2nd place. AJ Rogers in the 17, hard on the charge to the top spot. Once again, he is going to have to dispatch the 28 of German before he can get his licks in with the 94. Those two had an epic battle for the race lead just a few laps ago. We'll see how this is going to play out as the 17 made a move to the inside here. Dustin German giving Rogers the room up off corner exit. Side by side into turn number 1. Move AJ Rogers of the 17 machine into 2nd place. Now he has got to set his sights on the 94 Troy Radford. And AJ Rogers with a shot at winning this race here tonight. Got to take care of his tires here. He's got to stay smooth and consistent. And it's going to be a hard charge to the finish here. And I believe we're going to see an epic battle for this race lead as the 17 and the 94 are getting ready to go back at it once again. Meanwhile, Jerry West in the 86 machine, we saw him go for a spin as Steve Baker and Doug Wysocki made contact. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the wrong incident. Steve Baker and Justin Rigsby, as Rigsby lost it into the corner, with Steve Baker unable to avoid Rigsby. But Jerry West, who went for a spin, had to start tail end of the field there. That 86 machine has moved up into 7th place. Steve Baker in the 55, who came in as the points leader tonight, trying to regain some lost ground. Right now he is sitting in 10th place. He is trying to stick his nose underneath the 05 of Justin Rigsby. Rigsby gonna give him the inside lane. Can Baker complete the pass here? Up off the corner they come, drag race down the front stretch. And Baker still not able to clear Rigsby, but Rigsby in that outer lane gonna start losing some ground here. But still finds a way to keep that 05 machine dead even with the 55. And now Baker is going to complete the pass on Justin Rigsby. Christopher Spencer in the 11 machine, who restarted second place. He has lost all kinds of ground. He has fallen all the way to 11th. Ricky All-Star Harden right there in 12th place in that red and white 21 machine. Right behind Ricky is the 4 of Mike Mazengill. And then the 08 of Tom Quattlebaum, who Tom would love to forget about this race. That Falcon Motorsports driver has been in the wrong place at the wrong time several times tonight. And that 08 truck is beat up, but he has not given up. He's still out there cycling around, and he is currently in 14th place. He is the last truck on the lead lap. Doug Wysocki in the 45 is the first car one lap down, and he is scored in 15th place. Tyler Hilton in the 52 machine, he is 4 laps down, scored in 16th place. We saw Tyler Hilton hit the barriers for the entrance to pit road, ended up on his side. So a driver error on his part cost him a whole lot of time. So 2 Falcon Motorsports drivers who would like to forget this night. In fact, we could almost say 3 Falcon Motorsports drivers, as Chris Mefford in the 46 has found a way to get back out on track, but he has scored in 19th place. You remember the 46 made contact with Ray Bradford very early on in the race. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead, that is by the 94 and the 17. Troy Radford is a Falcon Motorsports driver. New to the team, joined them mid-season here. That 94 is doing all he can to hold on to the lead here. But the 17 of A.J. Rogers would like to pick up a win here. It's going to take a lot of effort to get around that 94. Meanwhile, the 28 of Dustin German, he is watching these two battle it out. Chris Berg right behind Dustin German, sitting in 4th place. And in the top 5 for the first time tonight is the 88 of Dale Osmond. We check our race progress here. The 94 Troy Radford started on pole and is leading. However, the 88 and the 86 both tied at 14 spots gained, but the 88 did take a qualifying time, the 86 did not. So Dale Osbin in the 88 right now has gained the most spots by quite a bit. Of the drivers who have qualified, that will put him available for the Hilton Crafts and Designs Hard Charger Award. But meanwhile, we still have a 2-car breakaway for the race lead here. That is the 94 of Radford and the 17 of Rogers. These two are still going at it. Rogers in the 17 all over that back bumper of Troy Radford. Down into turn number 1 they go now with 17 laps to go in this race. Oh, and Rogers, a little bit of opposite lock there. Had to chase the truck around. Those tires have gotten angry at him now. He's going to lose a little bit of ground here. Looked like when he tried to downshift and or put the power down, those rear tires just broke loose. So these two cars have broken away. Meanwhile, we got a big group of drivers here battling for third spot. Dustin German in the 28, Chris Berg in the 67, Dale Osbin in the 88, and Jerry West in the 86. All 4 of these drivers right here trying to gain a spot on each other with the race laps starting to count down. Chris Berg in the 67 making a move on the inside of Dustin German. And Berg able to make a good move here. Dustin German gonna try and squeeze him down to the yellow line, but that is not gonna work. Dustin German gonna lose the spot. Here comes Dale Osbin in the 88. Dale looking to the inside off the corner, and now he has got a good run through 3 and 4. Can Dustin German put the power down though to defend this spot, or will Dale Osbin, who's gonna try and drag race him into turn number 1, and Osbin on the inside here in that Sun Drop 88 machine, staying neck and neck with Dustin German. In fact, he's going to lose a little bit of ground down the backstretch. That is going to allow the 86 of Jerry West to have a good run. The 23 of Bobby Summers is slowed down the front stretch. I think he's just trying to stay out of the way as he is already 8 laps down. Jerry West in the 86 making a move to the inside here of Dale Osbin. Now Dale finds himself on the outside as he was trying to battle on the inside of the 28 of Dustin German. We now have 11 laps to go. Troy Radford and AJ Rogers still sitting first and second. These two drivers have not given up this battle for the lead just yet. Very, very close battle, very evenly matched between the two drivers. If I had to guess, I would say AJ Rogers was just a tick faster, but Troy Radford finding some ways to keep himself consistent and out in front of the 17 for the moment. Oh, contact, the 67 and the 45. They're gonna get together. Oh, and there's gonna send the 67 spinning of Chris Berg, and the caution flag is gonna come out. Now what's gonna happen? What are the leaders gonna do here? Decisions, decisions, decisions. Chris Berg and the 67 trying to get around the lap car of Doug Wysocki in the 45. Contact is made. Not 100% sure what was going on there as the 45 and the 67 just come together. That is unfortunate for Chris Berg in the 67. But here comes everyone down pit road. I don't see how anyone can stay out on tires and make something work. Who's going to be the first one off of pit road between the 94 and the 17? And Troy Radford is going to get away cleanly here. So Troy Radford in the 94 going to hold on to the top spot through a good pit stop. Everyone's going to get a fresh set of tires. Everyone can make it on fuel for sure, as long as there was no fueling issues. 21 machine of Ricky Harden and the 52 of Tyler Hilton. They are staying out. They're going to try and get a lap back here. Tyler Hilton currently scored 4 laps down. Good time to point out that we do have a few drivers off the racing surface. Looks like Chris Berg in the 67 has pushed his truck behind the wall, so contact with the 45 has ended his race here tonight. Britt Greenaway in the 69 machine, he has gone behind the wall. We're going to get the green flag with 5 laps to go. Troy Radford choosing the inside lane here. AJ Rogers on the outside of row number 1. Row 2 will be the 28 of Dustin German and the 86 of Jerry West. Row 3 will be the 88 of Dale Osmond and the 55 of Steve Baker. Here we go. Ford Buttstain getting out of the way. Troy Radford on the throttle, and we are back underway to settle this race here. In the final 5 laps, the American Cancer Society 125. Drawing to a close, we got drivers trying to scramble for every inch of space on the track they can get. Troy Radford in the 94, though, he is away cleanly. He's only got to worry about the 17 of AJ Rogers in his rear view mirror. Meanwhile, Dustin German in the 28. He's got the 86 of Jerry West hot on his rear bumper. And Steve Baker in the 55 making his way back into the top 5 here, as he has struggled after being caught up in 2 incidents right in a row. Steve Baker has gained some ground here in the closing stages of the race. Dale Osmond in the 88 in 6th place, so far our biggest mover of the race. Still sitting in 6th here. Christopher Spencer in the 11, sitting in 7th. 8th place right now is the 01 of Dylan Blankenship. 9th will be John Johnson, and 10th will be the heavily damaged 08 machine of Tom Quattlebaum, which goes to show you just never give up. Keep chugging along. That 08 machine has been in the wrong place at the wrong time all night long, but he is still going to find a way to come home in 10th place. Very possibly he's got to fend off the 05 of Justin Rigsby for the moment, and it looks like Rigsby is going to get around him. Meanwhile, AJ Rogers in the 17, now he has got heavy competition for 2nd place. Here comes Jerry West and Dustin German. Oh, and AJ Rogers is going to go around. He is going to stay on the track. The caution flag is going to come out, and that is the caution and the white flag at the same time. That is going to give the race win to Troy Radford in the 94. AJ Rogers trying to put the power down, coming up off of turn number 4. Is going to go around and unable to get it done. But the 94 of Troy Radford the checkered flag is going to fall here along with the yellow, and Troy is going to win it after a dominating race, led 101 laps here tonight. We're going to set up our post-race show and talk to our podium finishing drivers, which are Troy Radford, Dustin German, and Jerry West. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we have got our race winner, Troy Radford, here doing his celebratory burnout and marking up this beautiful pavement at the Milwaukee Mile. Troy, you come home as the race winner here in the American Cancer Society 125. Tell us about your race here tonight.
You know, honestly, just a great race overall. I had an absolute blast out there. We had some great battling for the lead there. AJ, I'm telling you, he's an absolute beast, and he's an absolute competitor. So hate that he ended up wrecking there at the end, but man, he put on a good show.
It was a great battle between the two of you, lap after lap, for probably what was a majority of the race. How does that wear on a driver mentally, Troy, and how do you fend off something like that?
It's tough. I mean, especially knowing I knew exactly what he was going to do. If we got down there to the end, he was going to put a bumper to me, and I cannot blame him if he did, because you know it's coming. But I also know that AJ's a really awesome competitor, and he's not going to do anything stupid. So you have enough room to get out there and race hard, and just trust that the competitor is not going to wipe you out. So it's just a ton of fun out there. I really can't say enough about everybody out there. Great race.
Well, Troy, you pick up your second win of the season, the first one on pavement for you. Any shout outs, thank yous you'd like to give?
First of all, everybody out there that shows up to these races. We had 20 plus cars again, which is great. And, this is a tough track. I know a lot of people don't even own this track, but, Milwaukee Mile is one of those that doesn't get raced enough. So love to see everybody out here. Big shout out, of course, to my wife with the Evidence-Based Mommy, as well as Falcon Motorsports, Tyler Hilton, Chris Mefford, Thomas Quattlebaum, or Quirtlebeam, whatever we want to call him today. Also thank you for KR for coming out, and all the admins for what they do.
All right, well, that 94 machine sporting the National Kidney Foundation, driver of Falcon Motorsports, getting the race win here tonight. Congratulations, man. Job well done.
Thank you.
Now it's time to move on to our second place finisher. That is none other than the 28 machine of Dustin German. Dustin, that 28 machine looking very solid here all night long. Tell us a little bit about your race.
Yeah, man, started top 10. Didn't really have much practice here. Pretty fun race up through there. Kind of had a few cautions, so I was able to pick them off a little bit that way, and just able to stay in the top 5 the whole race. Missed a few calls there on pit road. I kind of stayed out when most of the field went in, but overall solid race. I did what I wanted to do, man. Got a top 5, so.
Well, I'll tell you what, that 28 machine was a front runner all race long. You came into tonight second place in the points, riding the race win that you had last week. Tell us a little bit about the momentum wave you got going on right now.
Yeah, it's definitely the right time to have it, but yeah, coming off last week with a win and finishing second here tonight feels like a win. I don't think I had anything for Troy there at the end or any time during the race, or AJ for that matter. He kind of made a mistake and got loose out of 4, but yeah, I just wanted to try to finish ahead of the guys I'm running for points with, and just try to outpoint him, even if it's 1 or 2 at a time, man. That's what it's going to take to do it.
Well, nice job, that 28 machine, bringing it home in second place. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give here tonight?
Yeah, shout out to UKR, man, for taking the time out of your day to come broadcast this thing. MaxSpeedTV for all they do, and RFC, all our members, all the drivers out here, everybody on the Facebook page. My sponsor here, SRTV Network, and American Foundation for the Blind, man.
Well, nice job, Dustin German, bringing that truck home in second place, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, Carol.
Now it's time to move on to the interview I dread the most, because it's Jerry West. And I'll tell you what, Jerry, I only dread it because you talk more than I do. And I wanted to be better at something than somebody. I thought maybe if I did a race broadcast, it would be that. You're so smooth, you're so slick, not only behind the microphone with SRTV Network, but behind the steering wheel.
Yeah, man, I don't believe you, man. It'd be hard to do. You pretty much got that in the bag, I think. But we still need to take up that dirt race, man. Me and you need to go at it for that. I know you mentioned it a while back, but I ain't forgot about it.
Oh man, I love getting out there, mixing it up with some of these drivers who I call their races on a weekly basis. Jerry, you find a way week in and week out to put this truck in position to win. So far on this season, you do have one race win. You came into tonight 7 points behind Steve Baker, but you finish in third where Steve Baker finishes in fourth. So you close that gap just a little bit. The battle in the points here between yourself, Steve Baker, and Dustin German, teammates, all three of you all getting after it. What a race, what a season you all have been having.
Yeah, and you know, Troy spoiled it for the 1-2-3 finish, man. But man, my hat goes off to Troy. He's a professional driver out there, extremely fast, and it's always good to see him in victory lane, man. So I tip my hat off to him for what he did tonight, keeping it out there and bringing home the win. It was a tough race, you know, starting tail end, no practice. So I kind of had to weave my way through the field, which is one of the hardest things to do here. But, you know, unfortunately for them, it went green long enough for me to make some moves out there and put that truck up in the top three. So if it go green, man, I probably could do a lot better, man. But these cautions, you know, it makes it really hard. It just keeps stacking us, racking us back up, and it just causes trouble, you know, sometimes for a lot of drivers racing that close together. But it's a lot of fun doing it.
Well, Jerry, man, I'll tell you what, we spend a lot of time talking in these post-race interviews, as you almost always find a way to end up on the podium somewhere, somehow, in one of the top three spots. And this week was no different. Nice job on bringing that truck home third, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, man. And, you know, the points battles, it's going to be close the whole season. So like Dustin said, you know, 1 point at a time. And right now, Steve Baker's on top, and he finished behind me. So we're going to keep working at that, man. But tonight, I'm glad I got through it. It couldn't have went any better. A lot better than it did last week there. I had the iRacing glitch, stuck me in the fence. So pretty much tied my hands behind my back there, and that was the worst finish that I think I've had since Dover. So, you know, I try to make the best out of it, man. But yeah, congrats to Troy on the win, and to my team, you know, SRTV Network on the hood of these trucks. It helps us get up towards the front, and of course, we're out here to bring awareness for things, you know. And my cause is, you know, what my mom suffers from, and COPD is really tough for people to deal with. You know, they have a really hard time breathing. So I'm here to bring awareness to people, to let them know if they know anybody out there with COPD, reach out to them. If there's anything they can do to give them a hand, do it, because they could really use the help. I do it as many times as I can for my mom. So, you know, keep those people in mind. And I definitely want to thank you for bringing us this race, man, so we could go back and watch it. It's a lot of fun listening to you ramble on up there, and I get a couple of laughs to go with it. An exciting race to watch as well, so appreciate that. Also, Vaportrail Clothing, man, that if it wasn't for them and Racing for a Cause, the league, we wouldn't be here. So gotta give a big shout out to them for doing that for us. And of course, MaxSpeedTV, all the people that are out there watching, man, we'd love to put on a great show for you guys. And all the drivers that showed up tonight.
Jerry West, driver of the 86 machine. Nice job out there. If you guys haven't done so, check out Jerry West over at the SRTV Network. He does a great job with his race broadcasts that he does when he is not racing behind the wheel. Very talented individual in everything that he does. So guys, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. We had an amazing race and some great side-by-side action going on all night long. Time to go through our results. Troy Radford picking up the race win. Dustin German finishing in second place. Jerry West in third. We heard from all three of our podium finishers. Steve Baker will finish in fourth. And Dale Osbin in the 88, winning the Hard Charger Award, will round out your top five. Dylan Blankenship in the 01 will be 6th. 7th goes to Christopher Spencer. 8th will be John Johnson. 9 will be Justin Rigsby. 10th will be Mike Massengill. In the 11th place will be the 08 of Tom Quattlebaum. Ricky All-Star Harden will be 12th in the 21 machine. AJ Rogers, who was battling for second, spun coming off at turn number 4 to take the white flag. He is going to end up in 13th spot. 14th goes to Doug Wysocki. 15th, the 52 of Tyler Hilton. Chris Berg will be 67th. Bobby Summers in the 23 17th. Rick Greenaway will be 18th. 19th goes to the 46 of Chris Mefford. And the 98 machine of Aaron Tolhurst will be 20th. 21st will be Ray Radford. And Andy Lambert will finish in 22nd spot here tonight. So guys, that is going to wrap it up for us for the most part. The racing here was great. Racing for a Cause. Vaportrail Clothing Truck Series. What is Vaportrail Clothing? Well, hit the link down below provided to you on the description here on the YouTube side of things. If you're watching over on Twitch, you can hit the MaxSpeedTV logo. That will bring you over here to YouTube, and you can check out Vaportrail Clothing, and they have some great clothing apparel for you to look at. Also, don't forget, tonight's race was brought to you in part by the Ohio IndyCar League. If you would like to get your IndyCar on, check out the Ohio IndyCar League. They run the IR18 in a fixed setup. They run one race a month, and they are broadcasted right here on MaxSpeedTV. Check them out at facebook.com/Ohio IndyCar League or underneath the iRacing League tab at Ohio IndyCar League. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed the show, hit the thumbs up, hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button. Do all those things that you need to do that lets you know when these channels are going live, and we are bringing you some of the best iRacing broadcasts that you can see. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. Have a good night. And for myself, on behalf of MaxSpeedTV, I'll see you tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Thursday. See you Thursday. Have a good night.